Well, good afternoon, Raider Nation. Welcome to Columbus, Georgia, as we bring to you live Lady Raider softball from the Elite Eight, or the GHSA, the GHSA State Softball Tournament, as our Lady Raiders have qualified for. We are here at field number 1. And we're going to be right back for a little more detailed introduction and in just a moment. All right, once again, Lady Raiders are here in Columbus, Georgia. My name is Brent Johnson. I'm here with Solomon Tillman on the computer. I got a couple camera guys, Austin Hester, Carter Lee, as we bring to you Lady Raider softball live and on demand later on the NFHS network, powered by Play On Sports, and most importantly brought to you by BCTV Productions from Alma and Bacon County High School Engineering and Technology Department. I want to thank you for joining us, and those that may be from Wesleyan High School joining us today. I hope I do you girls justice calling this game. I'm not a professional, I admit. I don't have my sidekick here with me today. I wish Shane Bennett the best, as he is at guard duty. He will be joining the football team tomorrow night as our Raiders face Groves High School of Savannah. I definitely want to start off by thanking the sponsors that help pay for this trip and provide for us as we are, again, bringing this stuff to you live and on demand. That's Coley Electric of Alma, Cohen's of Alma, State Farm, Center Stage Dance, Subway, F&B South, Merle Norman, H&H Equipment, Alma Exchange Bank, and we want to thank Mr. Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales for giving us the wheels to make it here today. Again, we are in Columbus, Georgia at South Commons Softball Complex, an unbelievable facility. There's about 8 softball fields here that allow all classifications of softball to participate in the Elite Eight. It's a double elimination tournament for 8 teams in each classification, and we'll talk more about that as the game goes on. I'm going to go down the lineups for both teams here in just a moment. But, again, double elimination. Game will start approximately at 2:30. If we win, we will play later this evening at 7:45, which there will be another live event set up for that. If we were to lose, we would play at 9 a.m. in the morning, which there will be, again, a live feed set up for that as well. But we do anticipate a great showing by our Lady Raiders, who are on an 11-game win streak. Lady Raiders finished the season 11-1 in region play with a 25 wins, 5 loss on the season. They finished first, just ahead of Jeff Davis, who is here as well, representing Region 2 AA, as well as Vidalia, who finished fourth in the region. They both of those teams qualified to be here. So that bodes well. Says a lot about our region, as 3 of the 8 teams are represented from Southeast Georgia and Region 2 AA. Wesleyan, our opponent, finished 10-1 in region play, 27-5 as well on the season. Pretty stout numbers for them as well, top to bottom. I have not seen this team play. I couldn't find a lot of scouting material on them, but we'll see what they have again, I guess, as the game goes on. And you may have experienced a black screen just a moment ago. Had a little faulty wire we had to take care of, and I'm probably receiving some texts about that right now. It will clear up in just a moment, or it already has, obviously, because you're listening and seeing what we see now. But I want to thank you for your patience. This is, again, an away venue. Anything can possibly happen. And I want to really thank Chris Wilcox and Wilcox Communications for giving us the device that will allow us, hopefully, to stream these games very smoothly through a 4G network of Verizon. So kudos to Chris Wilcox and Wilcox Communications for giving us that opportunity, because I know in the past we've had some difficulties in certain venues, and this has been one of them. We'll remind you, we were the first 3 years ago to broadcast live out of South Commons Softball Complex, and we pride ourselves in that. And again, we thank NFHS Network for giving us the opportunity to broadcast Red Raider athletics and anything else that represents Bacon County High School and our school system out there on the internet, so that you guys at home can watch from the comfort of your home. If you can't travel like this, quite a ways over here, 160-something miles we traveled this morning. And I want to thank these gentlemen again. My name is Brent Johnson, Solomon Tillman, a senior at Bacon County High School, Carter Lee, senior, as well as Austin Hester. Great guys. Really proud of what they do and what they're able to learn while we're doing this. Not only the broadcasting part, but just a good work ethic, which I can attest to each of these gentlemen do. I want a big shout out to all those of you back at Bacon County High School right now that are logged in watching this. I want to thank you. Shout out to the football team. I think some of them's watching it. Some of the ladies in the guidance office said as well. So I'm not calling names. I don't want to miss anybody, but shout out to Bacon County High School and all those back at home that are watching this. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back in just a moment with the lineups for both teams. All right, Raider Nation, Raider family, as we've come to know it and like it, our Lady Raiders are taking the field. As you can see, we're the home team in today's matchup of Bacon County High School and Wesleyan High School, private school, and I believe they're out of Norcross area in Atlanta. I'm going to quickly go through the lineup for the Lady Raiders. Ashton Kite, number 18, will be playing third base. Madison Taylor, number 19, will be playing second base. Number 13, Callie Anderson, will be in left field. Number 25, Amy Harper, will be the DP. And number 10, Paxton Sellers, as usual, will be on the mound starting for the Lady Raiders. Number 2, Sydney Sweat, be in center field. Number 4, Abby Lewis at first base. Number 9, Haley Whitley at shortstop. Number 12, Hannah McClellan is in right field. Number 23, Rachel Polk is our flex, and she is catcher. Also on the Lady Raiders lineup is Kate Vonyer, Caitlin Sears, Mariah Holton, Marley Clements, Kaylee Cruz, Mackenzie Wade, and Brianna Booth. We're about to get this thing started quickly, and I'll go through the lineup with for the Wesleyan. Team in just a minute as we go. As Jamison Cavill comes to the plate. We're going to take ball 1 here. Miss Cavill leading off the game for the Wesleyan Wolves. A little bit of nerves. I always do. Shane and I have been calling since we've started the regional playoffs. We're calling those games together. I wish he was here. He can't even watch. He's on the flight line. He just texts me to keep him updated. Take strike 1 over the plate here. 1-1 the count. Paxton has pitched unbelievably in this 11-game win streak. Give up a few runs. Ball's going to be out of play. And that's one issue here in this part. The ball fields are rather close together, and a foul ball from one could knock somebody in the head without them knowing it. Everyone needs to stay alert here, but ball is going to be lifted just out of reach of our second baseman. Difficult play for Madison Taylor there. Number 1, the sun is directly in her eyes. And that ball was just a CNI single. Nonetheless, 1 on now for the Wolves. And Riley Henning comes to the plate, number 3, playing in the 5 spot. Another good pitch there by Paxton as she just brings it, and that's what I expect her to do, is just, especially first time through the lineup, let our defense do the work. Had a good crowd as usual that follow our Lady Raiders. A lot of parents and friends of family here representing Principal Ryan Gravitt, and I'll talk more about that support in just a little. This ball is going to be hit sharply into left center. Sweat makes the nice play and gets it in. All right, quick here. First and second batters are on base on first and second. Number 1 comes to the plate. Cassie Henley. Sorry about that. Once again, I also want to welcome any Wolves fans that are watching for joining us. Ball's fouled out of play to the right. A lot of nerves on the field, I'm sure, both teams. It's been a couple years since Bacon County has traveled here and competed in the Elite Eight. Ball's going to be a little low. It's going to get past the catcher. The ball hit and stayed down, did not hop. Got underneath the glove of our catcher. Runners advanced to second and third with no outs. Not quite the way the girls dreamed it up last night, I'm sure. Ball's going to be hit and caught by the shortstop, Whitley. Whitley is a true freshman. I say true freshman. In high school, he can only be a freshman, I guess. Solomon's laughing at me. I watch too much college football. Number 10 comes to the plate with 1 out. Distasi. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. That's a good-looking pitch on the outside corner. Must have been just a little low. We are set up right behind home plate. You'll probably catch a glimpse of us through the camera once in a while. This ball is going to be lifted into left field, but it should stay in play. Oh, great effort by Anderson in left field. Just out of play. DeStassi is in the cleanup position, so no doubt she's probably got a little pop in her bat. However, the wind is blowing directly in from center field, right in our face here behind home plate. Oh, just high. Pop up, strikeout. Be great here. I think the last time these two teams faced was in the first matchup here a couple years ago. This ball is going to be hit deep into left field. Anderson makes a great play. Runner will tag from third base and score easily. But what a great play by Anderson out there to make the second out of the inning. Wolves will lead 1-0 here, as you see. Runner at second, 22 to the plate. That's Hernandez, Gabby Hernandez. What another great pitch. Placement just a bit outside. Paxton looks a little frustrated. We're trying to get a call on that corner. And she's going to walk number 22 here. Number 7, Childers will come to the plate. Julia Childers. Two outs, one runner in, top of the first. Field 1 here at South Commons Softball Complex. Great pitch there. She pumps it by number 7. This complex was, I don't believe it was built for the 96 Olympics, but it was revamped where the softball, Olympic softball games were played here amongst a couple other events. Have 8 fields, including a stadium course, a stadium field. Very nice venue. If the Lady Raiders win this game, we'll be right back here at Field 1 tonight at 7:45. If we're unfortunate and lose, we will be playing in that stadium field for the first time. Another great pitch there. Quickly 0-2 on number 7. This would be a huge out for Paxton to get out of this inning, as she has done throughout the season, especially these last few weeks. Another well-placed pitch just off the outside corner. A lot of signs being given there by the Wesleyan head coach at the third base line. Strike 3, she's out. What a great way to get out of trouble there, as the Lady Raiders give up 1, but it could have been a whole lot worse. Again, before we take the break, I want you to take a look at the sponsors that allowed us to be here, along with Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales for giving us the wheels to truck it over here. We're going to take a short break and be back in just a moment. Raider Nation, Lady Raider Softball. All right, sorry about that. Finish up that little commercial of our seniors right there displaying. Ashton Kite comes to the plate. She takes the ball inside. Ashton has the ability to drop that bunt, or she can slap it. She can jack it out of the ballpark. Very capable of all three. She takes strike one here. Ashton is a very good third baseman. She's going to take strike two, a little low over the plate. Two the count now. Again, Wesleyan 10-1 in their region as they play schools that finished also in the top four: Holy Innocents, Lovett, and Pace Academy. There's another almost a base hit there over the first baseline. These Wolves don't score a whole bunch of runs looking at their team schedule. Average about 6 to 7 runs a game. She worked at a full count now. This ball is going to be hit sharply to the second baseman, but she's going to field it nicely. Make the throw over the first for the routine out. I do want to thank for the support that we get from Bacon County High School's administration. Dr. Ryan Gravitt, who is here supporting our Lady Raiders. Principal, Daryl Ellis. Assistant principal, and maybe even more importantly, Dr. Lane Rickert, our superintendent of schools. Madison Taylor comes to the plate with her patented knee-high socks. Good eye there as that ball's a little low. Umpire's calling it great both ways so far. Very consistent. Not too many pitches have been thrown by either pitcher, but consistent zone. She's going to pop this one up. As these pitchers and batters are kind of feeling each other out here. I've said all along our Raiders are tested these last couple weeks. I know the teams that are here from 2A, Vide and Jeff Davis as well, 3 from the total 8 teams here in region and AA ball. Kelly's going to lift this one up in play for the third out of the inning as we go 3 up, 3 down here, as we're going to move to the top half of the second inning. The Raiders trail 1-0 from the Wesleyan Wolves. But I've said, I'm going to stay with it right here. I've said all along that our Raiders are tested and true here and tried because of our region play. Now there's no doubt there's some good teams up here, and they may have one player or two that stands out, and even a stud pitcher, maybe someone like we've not faced all year. But top to bottom, our team is capable of doing something special these next couple days. And it starts with this game, and we hope that we can get it done here. Anytime in a double elimination, you can win that first ball game and get it under your belt. It's huge. The last couple trips we've made, including when we played Wesleyan a couple years ago, we lost that game, a very hard-fought game by both teams, and they got it done at the end. And we faced an elimination game the following morning at 9 a.m. That year we played. Let's see. That year we played Vidalia the next morning and were eliminated by Vidalia right at the end of that game as well. I think Caroline Taylor had a home run or so during that game. Pretty exciting, but we were unable to get it done. And then the next year we faced Heard County in the first round, or first game, and matched up very well with them. They were able to take that game, and we lost the elimination game the next day to Bryan County, I believe, unless I've flip-flopped and got them mixed up. But we're here back. Not back, but here in the top half of the second inning. Number 13 for the Wesleyan Wolves is Lauren Morales. Comes to the plate. And again, if you're just joining us, I want to welcome Raider Nation, Raider family, to our network, as well as those that are watching from Wesleyan High School or the Wesleyan area. Their supporters. This ball is going to be lifted into short right field, and the second baseman makes a great play into the sun again. Madison Taylor is playing second base today, and Whitley is on shortstop, or at the shortstop position. Ball is going to be lifted out of play by number 19, Alyssa Bedard. Bracket looks like this, or I'll go over it in just a moment after this, maybe this at bat. Bacon, again, we're facing on field 1 Wesleyan. On field 2, Swainsboro and Heard County are playing. On field 3, Jeff Davis and Gordon Lee are playing. And on field 4, Vidalia and Social Circle are playing. If we win this game, we will face the winner of Swainsboro Heard County at 7:45 this evening. If we lose, we will not play again until 9 a.m. in the morning, and we would play the loser of Swainsboro Heard. This ball is going to be hit to the third baseman. She gathers it in, fires over to first for the second out of the inning. Our defense has played very well. Again, our whole top to bottom, we played very well the last 3 or 4 weeks. 21 comes to the plate. Sarah Adams for the Wolves. Adams is just a sophomore. Apologize for the camera angle with the sun being down. I hope you can see well. Really didn't have a choice of where we put the camera. Swing and a miss by 21 as Paxton brings the pitch right over the plate, heart of the plate. Ball is going to be lifted back toward us. Got a full count here. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, out 3. The Lady Raiders 3 up, 3 down. They're settling in here a little bit as we still trail 1-0. Got to go to work at the plate. Nonetheless, we're all going to take a short break. We want to thank our sponsors. I want to run through them verbally really quickly. It may not be in the same order as the commercial we created. But I want to thank Coley Electric, Cohen's of Alma, State Farm, Center Stage Dance, Subway, F&B South, Merle Norman, H&H Equipment, Alma Exchange Bank, and Mr. Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales for helping us get here, helping to basically pay our way, room and board for these young men, and what an experience it is for them and all of us to participate and bring you this Lady Raider softball live from South Commons Softball Complex in Columbus, Georgia. Be back in just a moment. All right, we're back. Bottom half of the second inning. Amy Harper to the plate. Number 25. Quickly ahead of the count. I'm sure they've seen and heard about her recent power burst. This ball is going to be hit weakly to the shortstop. Kind of hit it off the thumbs there. Got her dad sitting over here close to me, Mr. Tim Harper. Big supporter of this softball program, Lady Raiders. Paxton Sellers now to the plate, hoping to help herself on the mound. Who could do so with one swing of the bat? Paxton has plenty of power. We have a majority of our lineup is made up of seniors, but we have plenty of underclassmen to fill the slots, the other gaps. Swing and a miss there. Those higher pitches are just like baseball. They're easily seen, but so hard to catch up with. Another good, consistent call there by the umpire. Great pitch outside, just off the outside corner, but he's doing a great job thus far. Swing and a miss high. And I believe she swung at 3 high pitches. Sydney Sweat's going to come to the plate now. And some key at-bats she's had the last few games. Known for being able to slap the ball, but she's hitting some great line drive, base hits, and doubles for us. She is usually the only left-handed batter in the lineup. Not that other girls cannot bat left-handed, but she's the one that consistently does. That ball's just outside. Another pitch low and inside, called strike. Ball's going to be ripped back up the middle, and she's going to beat it out. What a play. Ball was not hit sharply, but it was kind of a C&I single there, Solomon. Allowed Sweat to cause a no-throw, so infield base hit. So Lady Raiders had their first runner aboard. Abby Lewis comes to the plate, and she's got plenty of power. But right now, all we want is a base hit to keep this thing going here. And that ball's just a little low, and she's swinging at it, folks. Ooh, that was a very close pitch inside, obviously just a little bit. 2-2 the count. Another inside pitch. She stretches the count to full with 1 out. She's going to hit this ball sharply to the shortstop for the 3rd out of the inning. However, the Lady Raiders do get a hit on the board. We need some runs, though. We still trail 1-0 as we move to the top half of the 3rd inning. Again, we're going to thank our sponsors here between the break. Take a peek at those. Thank them for this opportunity. We thank those of you that are viewing from back home in Bacon County and around wherever you might be, as well as around Atlanta and the Wesleyan High School. We're going to take a short break and we'll be back here in just a moment. Okay, we're back. Top half of the third inning. We're back to the top of the lineup as Jamison Cavill comes to the plate. And I hope I'm pronouncing that name correctly. As she had a little seeing eye single. This ball is hit hard to right center. It's going to the fence. We're going to get the ball in quickly as she will have a stand-up double. She is 2 for 2. Single and a double. Number 3, Riley Henning coming to the plate. Also had a base hit. She takes strike. 1 on the outside corner. Ball is going to be hit into shallow center field. The only good thing about that is that the runner at second base could not advance. Ball is ripped to the shortstop. Will she have a play at first? And she will attempt it with a very strong arm. Since I'm being called out, I got to call out Miss Amanda Williams. Solomon is not on the headset. He already has a headset, but it's just able to hear what I'm saying. He's kind of bashful. He doesn't want to get on here the audio with me. But we appreciate y'all back home listening, caring and paying attention. This ball is going to be popped up to the shortstop, which is something we desperately needed for the first out here in the top of the third inning. This ball is popped up deep to right center. They're going to score 2, and there will be a stand-up triple for the Wolves. Lady Raiders. Excuse me, a stand-up double as we have a runner at second and third. Raiders trail 3-0 here with 2 big hits to right center. I think she went. Whoa, because he's out of position there. Unfortunately, where the umpire is, I thought she left her bat out there a little too long on that bunt attempt. This ball is going to be lifted to the shortstop. She makes the play for the second out of the inning. The Lady Raiders are trying to minimize the damage here. And again, I want to apologize for any type of if there's an abstraction. I'm getting a text about a little glare in our camera. That's really the only place our camera could go. There's something reflecting over here, possibly off of, who knows, an iPad, a camera, or something. Someone else's camera here that might be causing a little flare on our screen, and I apologize for that. Swing and a miss. By number 13, Lauren Morales. I do see a distinct difference in the hitters from the top to the bottom of this lineup. Hopefully the passer can take advantage of this. If we can get out of this inning unscathed any further, as we do trail now, Polk, which has done a great job this season as catcher. Stops that ball. Holds the runner at third. This ball is going to be hit to the shortstop. She's going to make a play to first. Big arm. That's the third out of the inning. However, the Lady Raiders give up 2 more runs. We trail 3-0 here. Got a lot of work to do here. Still just not even quite midway through the game. Headed to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Again, we trail 3-0 here in our game 1 in a double elimination Elite 8 tournament here in South Commons Softball Complex as the Lady Raiders face the Wesleyan Wolves. I want to show you another video this morning, yesterday morning. We saw the girls off. All the high school, middle school came out as the bus rolled around, and as a sort of a congratulations send-off for them. So take a quick look at this. We'll be back here in just a moment. Back here, Whitley at the plate for the Lady Raiders to lead off the bottom half of the 3rd inning. She takes the ball low. True freshman here. There we go again, Solomon. True freshman. Freshman. Shortstop. Another ball low. This pitcher has not done anything overly impressive, not to take anything away from her. I'm just kind of comparing it to as far as her speed-wise. She's had good movement inside and out. Nothing that we haven't faced. Oh, we got a boot here. That's wow. And she almost booted it to the first baseman to make the play. But we'll take it either way. Just like the Lady Raiders, the Wesleyan Wolves are here for a reason. They deserve to be here, and we're looking for a good finish to this game here, one way or the other. Raiders have something going here with no outs. Whitley at first. Hannah McClellan. McClellan to the plate. Right fielder. McClellan just a junior. And she does. Another great call there by the umpire. I'm very impressed by this crew. They communicate well. Got a good call there. The ball did foul up and hit her, but as long as you're still in the box, And she's going to lay down that bunt that she wanted to advance the runner to second. As we come back to the top of the lineup, Ashton Kite to the plate with number 19, Taylor, on deck. Ball is low and outside, and she's going to advance to third base. It's something, it's 2 errors there on the Wolves team that's going to allow our Lady Raiders to possibly get back in this ball game here early. 1 out, 1 runner at third. Got to get this run in, as I hear Mr. Harper just saying. Got to score here. Got to put the ball in play. Got 2 balls and no strikes now on Ashton. Ashton had the game-winning hit against Coffee County in a victory, the first game in our brand new Lady Raider field. Ball's inside. She's going to walk on 4 consecutive pitches. With the meat of our order yet to come. Catcher's going to go out and talk to the pitcher just a moment. Madison Taylor, multiple nicknames. Black Sox, HC, she's a homecoming queen. Mad Dog, Madison Taylor. I'd like to see some madness right here. She's very capable of getting into one. I'm just thankful her car is not parked out in left field this particular game. Got a joke about that just a moment. In last week's doubleheader against Screven County, she hit a home run to left field, and the ball landed in her front windshield of her car, busting it. Whoa, that's the first questionable pitch. Maybe if she had framed it a little bit better, her glove continued to go down, it made it look a little worse than what it maybe was. Nonetheless, that was a good frame there. She keeps it in the box. Count 2-2 now, Madison. About to be aggressive here. There it is. It's going to be hit. It's going to score a run for the Lady Raiders. They're going to get the second out. Advance the runner to second. 2 outs. 3-1 now. Lady Raiders trail with Callie Anderson, who has yet to really swing the bat like she did in the playoffs last year. Now, granted, we only had 2 rounds last year. We were eliminated in the Sweet 16. We traveled over to Cook County and played 3 whale of a games. But Callie hit the ball really hard. So if she comes alive here, there's no telling what that can do to help our team. And she takes ball high. Ball low and away. With an open base at first. She might attempt to pitch around her, and she doesn't. She gives her some meat right there. Another foul ball. So proud of these Lady Raiders. Just a good group of girls. You can't say that about every team across the state, top to bottom. Again, a little bias here, but I know each one of these young ladies, either I've taught them in class or just know them from the ball field. This ball is ripped to the third baseman. She kind of just hangs her glove out there and grabs it. Nonetheless, it's going to be 3 outs for the Lady Raiders. We do get 1 back. It's 3-1 as we move to the top half of the 4th inning. We're going to take a short break. We're going to honor our sponsors, and we'll be back here in just a moment from South Common Softball Complex live from Columbus, Georgia, with your Lady Raiders. All right, we're back. Top half of the fourth inning. Score is 3-1. Good guys are losing. Ball is going to be hit to shallow center field. Had her played very well. Wind is, again, fairly steady, probably 4 to 6 miles an hour, coming in from dead center right to home plate, and with small gusts. So between the wind and the sun that's right in the defensive's face, it's going to be tough out there this next hour. Sarah Adams is to the plate, number 21 for the Wolves. Again, shout out to Shane Bennett. I hate that he could not be here. Sort of a bittersweet. He couldn't be here at South Commons with us in Columbus, but he will be. He is in Savannah on guard duty. I want to thank him for his service to the military, and he will be present with a couple of guys that will be broadcasting the football game live from Groves High School in Savannah in Garden City. 2-2 the count on number 21. A good pitch there outside. That's the pitch. It's going to be caught by a shallow center fielder. Coach has them playing perfectly. Again, the latter part of their lineup, they just don't swing the bat quite as well. And that's your typical lineup in whether it's softball, baseball. But nonetheless, they're back to the top. I believe that's number 2, Cavill. Who is 2 for 2. Hit the ball deep to right center her last at bat. And we have our center fielder playing, shading that right side. A lot of space between left and center field, though. A lot of space. I'm assuming she'll be pitching her to the outside. If the wind had not been blowing in her at bat, and this ball is going to be her first, and again, ball gets past the right fielder, and she was moving around aggressively. As our right fielder, it got over her head. Again, capable of making the play. However, I will stress, the sunshine is extremely tough where it's at. Her first step was in, which is usually never good. We've got one out, a runner on. It seems like we've been in this position 3 out of the 4 innings now. Number 3 to the plate, Henning, Riley Henning. I'm assuming her and Cassie are sisters. This ball is going to be hit to the center fielder. She's going to be 3 for 3 this inning. She just lost it. Couldn't see it. Could not see the ball. A runner will score, making it 4-1. Coach Tyre goes out to hopefully rally the troops. Hits like that just drive you crazy defensively as a coach, and there's nothing you can do about it. Both of those plays, the error, well, it won't be counted as an error because she didn't touch it, but most likely. But the problem there in right field and then the problem we just seen there is basically due directly to, again, the sunshine, which is beaming down. Now, granted, the other defense has to play in the same situation, but we're not putting them in the same situations by, hitting the ball in those areas either. Paxton just needs to settle down. She's pitching very well. 4-1, top of the 4th inning. There's 2 outs. Great pitch by Paxton to come back strong inside on number 1, Cassie Henning. Another great pitch. She pours it in. Inside left corner there. Shout out to the Red Raider football team. Again, I mentioned they will be traveling to Savannah. The ball is hit right back to Paxton. She's going to flip it over to first for the 3rd out of the inning. As we give up one more, it's 4-1. The Lady Raiders trail as we move to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Again, our Red Raider football team will be traveling to Groves High School in Savannah, Georgia. Hopefully we're going to be defending our 3rd seed as everything shakes out in the playoffs. I want to wish them the best. I'll be honest with you, I hope I'm not there to watch them play. I hope we're here preparing for a couple games on Saturday. I know we're halfway through this game. Lady Raiders trail 4-1, but stranger things have happened with this team. They're very resilient, folks. So whether it's this game or the next, I just got a feeling we're going to do some damage up here. We're going to take a short break here in between this inning as we move to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Lady Raiders trail 1-0. Be back in just a moment. Amy Harper takes strike 1. And she rips it for a base hit. And she just continues to add to her batting average. I told you a little bit about Madison Taylor's power last week as she powered a ball into her windshield of her car. Blue Amy Harper here, she probably weighs $115 and a tremendous amount of bat speed. She has 3 home runs on the year, a grand slam last week, as well as a 3-run homer at the home games in the Sweet 16. Paxton Sellers now to the plate, pitcher, trying to help herself here with 1 on and no out. And she takes ball just high. And again, I want to commend these umpires. As of right now, very consistent. Good crew here. I appreciate the way they communicate. This ball is going to be hit off the handle. Again, this Wesleyan team is just business. This ball is ripped to left center, and it is going to be caught. Wow, I don't know if the camera saw that. But it is bobbled. It's been bobbled and jobbled out there in the left field. Thought it was possibly a home run. Again, without the breeze, it's a home run. However, without the breeze, a couple of the balls these girls Wesleyan hit likely could have been home runs. Nonetheless, one out. Just a long sacrifice. This ball is going to be ripped up the middle. See if we can't get her out of play, and she's safe at first, safe at third. Raiders have something going here. With Abby Lewis coming to the plate. Again, this pitcher, nothing fancy. She's not overpowering. She's just consistently inside and outside over that plate. Abby Lewis got a chance to tie this ball game up with one swing of the bat, or just keep these base hits coming. Good eye. Easy to be real aggressive on the first pitch after 2 hits. Another infield hit for the Lady Raiders. Oh, that ball is a little bit high, but it's a strike. Lady Raiders are fired up in the dugout. Ball is get down on the ground, and it does bounce. Another one hit just off the handle, down on the handle. Unable to, well, we did advance the runner from first to second, so 2 outs, second and third. Taz here, Whitley to the plate. She has a big stick too. Just a freshman. Playing shortstop, has a big arm playing that position. Big long swing, because she's a tall girl. He can't tell. He's out of position. Surely he'd have a mob on him if he called that a strike from where he's standing. Now, if he was down the first baseline, it'd be a little different. Oh, wow. Now, I may have to fuss a little bit at that one. That was a little outside there. His first 3 innings of strike zone. And they set up outside again. And it wasn't much different from the last pitch he called a strike, just a tad lower, maybe a little bit more outside, as the catcher did set up outside. Ball is low, and it gets past her, and we're going to attempt to score a run, in which we will. Runners advance 4-2, Lady Raiders. I tell you what, these girls are scrappy. Take advantage of a few mistakes, some timely hitting. As you can hear the crowd need this run here. 4-2, 2 outs. And there's a hit right up the middle for a base hit. This game is 4-3. I tell you what, folks, again, I've said these Raiders are resilient. I know it's a long way to go. See what Coach Tyer's going to do here is he's going to make a change somewhere. I believe we're going to have a new hitter for McClellan. Looks like Brianna Booth is going to come in. Coach is going to try to seize an opportunity here for this young freshman. Again, has a lot of power. Haven't seen too many at-bats from her during our broadcast. But I mentioned we have 7 seniors on this team and the majority of them do play. But we do have a lot of young talent that's coming up. So Red Raider softball We're losing a lot of great girls, but we got a lot of great ones coming up. Fill those holes. She's going to take strike one. Boy, what one swing of the bat could do for this freshman. And that's a big cut. Once again, a foul ball way back. We got fans everywhere. It nearly hit a woman in a seat back behind us. Close quarters. Here we go, Red Raiders. It's another foul ball. Stays alive. Getting some looks at this pitcher. Runner at first, which is Whitley, who just drove in an RBI to make it 4-3. And this ball is hit deep, and it's going to be out of here for a home run. Oh, off the fence. I called a little early, but we're going to tie this ball game up. And she is safe as she dives back in at second. Wow. Hopefully I didn't bust your eardrums there. I just knew that ball was out. I believe it's the breeze again that kept it down. What a shot. Brand new ball game. The Lady Raiders have scored 3 runs here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Man, we can't say enough for these Lady Raiders. What a swing, 3 swings of the bat by these Lady Raiders to get them back in this ball game. 4-4. Headed back to the top part of the lineup. 2 outs. And how many times, Shane Bennett, did we score multiple times with 2 outs in the playoffs last year? We were so close to getting back here to Columbus last year. Ashton Kite's going to come to the plate for the 3rd time in this game here in the bottom half of the 4th inning, as the Lady Raiders have fought back to tie this ball game up at 4-4. Oh, we got a break. A little shout out to my oldest baby girl. Got her braces off today. Looking forward to getting back and seeing the pearly whites. Ashton takes strike one. I'd like to see this, keep this thing going here. One swing of the bat. Another good pitch there. That was one for her to drive in the right center. Ball's outside. We're going to. Oh, and she drops the ball. Wow. I'm not sure. Not sure if that was the call or not, but we'll take it now. I'm sure Coach Tye will take the credit for it as Whitley steals. Not Whitley. I'm sorry. We did have a base running change there. McClellan, who was to be the batter, was the runner. The Booth came in for. Good eye for making this pitcher work, as she appears, to be a little bit frustrated. Full count. And that ball low. And it's out of, and we're gonna take the lead, but folks, as she slides in safe at home. Way to go, Lady Raiders. We have scored 4 runs in the bottom half of the 4th, taking a 5-4 lead. What a game, and we're only halfway through. 2 outs. We have scored 3 runs. Looks like they're going to change pitchers here, folks. We're going to take a short break. I want to audibly thank our sponsors for today's game, or all the games that we will be playing here in Columbus. Coley Electric, Miss Lisa Coley, really appreciate her and she's here somewhere. She's supposed to be. Cohen's of Alma, Mr. Mark Cohen. Man, hardly a bigger fan of Red Raiders than this man. State Farm, John Hughes, Center Stage Dant, Miss Lisa Hughes. What an impact she makes on our community, our young ladies. Subway of Alma, and the Williams family. We really appreciate them and their support. FMB South, the Johnsons there, Ricky Gilliard, Mr. Vonnier, all of them that support Red Raider Athletics, Merle Norman, H&H Equipment, and that's I've already mentioned Mr. Tim Harper, Alma Exchange Bank, the Bennetts. We appreciate their support, as well as Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales. Again, he provided the wheels for us to get here, and I want to thank him for that. And we're going to take, again, a real short break here, catch my breath, and we'll be back in just a moment as the Lady Raiders have overtaken the lead here. Well, I got to stay here. Solomon's bumping me. We're fixing to have a bat here. Madison Taylor comes to the plate, number 19, with 2 outs. Runner at first. After the walk and pass ball, we have a run scored, and it is 5-4. Your Lady Raiders lead over the Wesleyan Wolves. Got a brand new pitcher on the mound. She has to be a little nervous. Looks like one of the sisters that I've mentioned earlier. I'd make her throw me 2 strikes over the plate after those 2 pitches. Make sure she settles down with 2 outs here. See if we can't somehow squeeze out some more runs. And that is number 1, Cassie Henning. 3 balls in a row, and I know she's taking 2 in a row here to get Callie Anderson to the plate. And that's a ball 4. Callie Anderson comes to the plate again. We're just waiting on this young lady to fire up that bat, as she is solid on defense. Quiet young lady. And that's ball 5 in a row there. Raiders have first and second, 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. We've already scored 4. Ball is low. Let's load them up for Harper. And then she's got nowhere to put them. She's going to have to throw her a pitch. There's the first strike. Count 1 and 2 now. Excuse me, 2 and 1. This ball is ripped to right field, and what a great play by their right fielder. Just a great play as she followed the ball all the way to her glove. Nonetheless, the Lady Raiders have scored 4 in the bottom of the 4th to take the lead 5-1. And your Lady Raiders lead game 1 on field 1 at South Common Softball Complex in the Elite 8 of the GHSA State Softball Tournament. We're going to take a short break, and we will be back in just a moment. Okay, we're back. Raider Nation, Raider family is what some call it. I like that as well. As our Lady Raiders have made a awesome comeback here in the bottom of the fourth inning. We're now in the top of the fifth. We scored 4 runs, 3 with 2 outs, take the lead 5-4 over the Wesleyan Wolves. And now our defense needs to take over with a new pitcher as Abby Lewis takes the mound with a great drop ball pitch to start that inning, to start this inning. Meredith DeStasi is at the plate. Once again, whoever wins this game is sitting pretty, just about guaranteed. Well, not guaranteed, but it bodes well for to play game on Saturday. Winner will play at 7:45 this evening. Different bat time, same bat place here. Field 1, as she quickly takes the count 1-2. Two. Ball's fouled away. So important for any team, especially ours, to when you go out, score some runs to tie up a game or take the lead, is to go out and defensively the next inning and shut that team out, at least that next inning. It does so much for, number one, the defensive confidence, but also the offense. Again, Abby Lewis, just a junior, will be back with us. She is a sport. If you do not know this young lady, very comical, very light. And she plays softball for a living. This foul tipped. Could have held on to that ball, would have been an out, but again, a great crowd here, traveling crowd from Alma, Georgia. This ball is going to be hit past the third baseman and the shortstop as it passed the third baseman off the glove of the short. Not sure how they'll score that. Possibly a base hit there. But they get their leadoff runner on, which is, again, I just said a moment ago, you really want to try to get some outs here. Especially without scoring runs. This ball is ripped up the middle. Played quickly, and we're going to get the force out at second base. Great defensive play by the center fielder, Sweat, heads up. That was due to the circumstance. Base runner at first had to hold up to make sure that ball got through, and because of that, play was able to be made. With 1 out now, 1 on. It's a bunt foul by number 7, Julia Childers. Once again, I want to thank everyone from Raider Nation tuning in. Hopefully you have, if you had the opportunity to watch. I know due to some changes to the way ball just outside, the NFHS network has presented their programming this year. Live events or a pay-per-view event. However, I appreciate you doing that and viewing our Lady Raiders. Another bunt attempt, as well as those from the Wesleyan School. 2-2 the count now on number 7, Childers. 1 out, 1 on. Great pitch on that outside corner. She wasn't biting, though. Takes it to full count, 3-2. Not sure what he just called. She must have picked her foot up during the delivery. There wasn't any argument from Lewis. Coach was just verifying it. This ball is ripped just foul. And I mean just foul. The camera angle does not give it to you. Runner goes back to second base. 1 out. Full count. What a pitch on that outside corner, but she got no call there. No harm, really, other than if this girl takes it deep. But what it does is creates a force play on any of the 3 bases. Morales to the plate, number 13. Short hop. She looks at the runner. Going to get 2 outs here as she goes to first. Runners at second and third. What a huge out this next at bat will be. Alyssa Bettard, number 19. Wait. I'm not sure what. I think we're all trying to figure out now. Yeah, she's out. All right, I'm trying to figure out myself here. We're back. All right, we got 2 outs. Runner second, runner third. Lady Raiders lead 5-4. Top of the 5th inning. Abby Lewis. This ball is going to be chopped foul. What a pitch, and she's not going to get the call, just a little outside. This will be a huge out to get out of this inning without giving up any runs to retain this lead. I believe the Wolves have scored in 4 of the last, will be 5 innings. Or, excuse me, 3 of the last 4 innings, full innings. Oh, she takes her time. We've got it. 3 outs, no runs score. Lady Raiders retain the lead, 5-4 as we head to the bottom half of the 5th. Hopefully the Lady Raiders are going to have something here going. We're going to take a short break as we spent some time there and be back in just a moment as we take a look at the sponsors that help allow us to do what we do. All right, Amy Harper is going to lead it off for the Raiders here to stretch, hopefully stretch the lead of this game. Got some mamas talking behind me about just we need to bathe this thing in prayer. I tell you what. All right, we got a pitcher here that's, I don't believe she throws it quite as hard as the first young lady at the mound. A little bit of movement. I see late movement with some spin on the ball. Once again, Amy Harper with the ability to stretch the lead to 2 here with one swing. And that's a big cut. Stays alive. Count 2-2 now, ball high. This ball is ripped into left field. It's going to be knocked down literally by the left fielder, off her left shin. It's her second hit of the game. She's 2 for 3 tonight, or this afternoon. Going to bring Paxton Sellers, our first pitcher. Again, with a chance to swing level here. Raiders really need to tack on just a few more runs here against this, again, it seems like a very resilient Wolves team as well. Again, folks, they're here for a reason as well. They've earned it. Playing some good ball all season long. Ball was a little high. If I remember, I think Paxton struck out earlier in the game off of swinging at 3 high pitches. Nonetheless, we do have the lead, 5-4 here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. 6 more outs, and the Lady Raiders, speaking of advancing, Amy Harper's going to advance to second base with no outs. Six more outs. With this lead, the Lady Raiders will advance to this evening's matchup against the winner of Swainsboro and Heard County. One, two, the count. Ball is ripped to left field. Again, awkwardly. Even their defensive players are kind of awkwardly catching the ball, the way the breeze is and the sunshine. Sydney Sweat to the plate. Scooter, better known. And she rips it up the middle. There's that base hit that the Raiders need. And it gets past her all the way to the fence. We're going to go 3 for Sweat. Going to show her wheels off. Mama's beside me, the prayer warrior from earlier that was talking. Her young lady has hit a triple, scored a run. Lady Raiders lead 6-4, and there is no outs here. Excuse me. 1 out. Abby Lewis comes to the plate. Now currently the pitcher with an opportunity to help herself with a runner at third, 1 out. Whitley on deck at the Count 2-1 now. Ball is ripped past the third baseman. The Lady Raiders are going to score again. Score is 7-4 with 1 out. 1 runner on. Just time and time again. Now, once again, I don't want to get ahead of myself. But our Lady Raiders are just so resilient. This game is not over. We've got to get 6 more outs. But I'm liking what I'm seeing out of this team. Number 9, the freshman, comes to the plate. Haley Whitley. This ball is, wow, I like to see that. Aggressive first pitch swinging. A lot of times when a pitcher is struggling, that's the pitch they want to try to get over, is that first one. And if you can zero in on it, that might be the one. Again, I'm able to pick up the rotation a little. This young lady spins the ball just a little bit differently than the previous pitcher. Counts quickly 0-2. 1 out. 2 runs are in. Stretching the lead to 7-4. And she's going to ring her out. We're going to have a runner safe at second on the steal. It's Emmy Harper, and we're going to have number 12, McClellan, come to the box. We'll see if she's going to get the at-bat. All right, we got 2 outs. There's 2 outs here. Raiders have scored 2 additional runs. Looks like Mariah Holton to the plate. A sophomore with an opportunity to get her name in the books with a hit and an RBI possibly here. Ball low and inside. This ball is ripped to center field. We're going to score another run unless they rifle her out, and they're not. Lady Raiders lead 8-4 now as we have batted around nearly. Ashton Kite is back to the plate. I'm texting my buddy Shane Bennett, who's at guard, I've mentioned earlier, trying to keep him updated. He's on the flight line, can't watch it, but I guess he can check his phone. We're going to get a runner, number 3. Looks like Marley Clements to pinch run for Holton. We have Ashton Kite to the plate, again with 2 outs. Madison Taylor on deck. And we're 6 outs away with a 4-run lead for our first ever victory here at Columbus in about 3 trips in the last 7 years. Region 2 AA brings 3 teams to Columbus. There's an attempted steal, and she is in safe, and the ball's going to get away, but we're going to hold up there. with a 4-run lead, you can afford to be aggressive on the base pass, and I love this from Coach Tyre. Put some pressure on that defense. All right, we're trying to get some scores from you from our other region folks, Jeff Davis and Vidalia. Ashton will walk again. 4 out of 5 pitches here. We're going to have Lady Raiders at first and second with Madison Taylor. Mad Dog coming to the plate. Jeff Davis is currently tied with Gordon Lee, #1 team in the state, folks. 3-3. Not sure what inning. We believe Vidalia is losing by 2 runs to Social Circle. Jeff Davis is a very good softball team that we beat 2 out of 3 times this season. Gordon Lee, I believe, is the defending state champion, and they've won it several times in the last few years. Ooh, that ball's a little low, and he calls a strike. Again, I've been pulling for these guys the whole game. This ball is ripped. Knocks it down. Everybody's safe. Base is loaded. Callie Anderson to the plate with bases loaded. 2 outs, with a chance to just blow this thing wide open. Ball low. Nowhere to put her. But what they don't understand is they could there's a beast right here that could be unleashed. We're just waiting for it to happen, for her to start hitting the ball where someone isn't, like she's capable of doing. And I said earlier, Ashton Kite had the game-winning hit in that first game we played in Raider Field. Callie can say she hit the very first home run, almost dead center. Here we go. This ball is ripped back to the pitcher. She makes a great play. And the Lady Raiders have scored multiple times again to take the lead 8-4 as we move to the top part of the 6th inning. We are 6 outs away from advancing to Game 2 this evening at 7:45. Wow, that's all I can say. We're going to take a short break. We're going to honor our sponsors, and we'll be back in just a moment. resilient. All right, we are back here from South Common Softball Complex, Columbus, Georgia, about 164 miles from our campus, broadcasting live on the NFHS network powered by Play On Sports, and again, more importantly, brought to you by BCTV Production, a part of the Engineering and Technology Department at Bacon County High School. My name is Brent Johnson. I'm here with Solomon Tillman, Carter Lee, and Austin Hester out on the camera right this moment. We thank you for joining us. Lady Raiders lead top of the 6th inning, 8-4 against probably I think all said and done, the number 2 team in the state. We are approximately number 3 or 4. Harlan was number 1. They were knocked off, didn't reach Columbus. They were knocked off by Vidalia, another team in our Region 2A. 2AA. So I'm thinking it's Gordon Lee, Wesleyan, Bacon County, right in there. 6 outs away from our ladies advancing for the first time to the second game on the first day. I'll leave it at that. This ball is chopped in front of the plate, and it is fouled off of that batter inside the box. This is number 21, Sarah Adams. We will be moving to the top part of their lineup with Cavill on deck. Two balls, two strikes. Excuse me, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count. And we're going to walk this first batter. Really want to let them put the bat on the ball, let our defense do the work. It's like we're going to have a pitcher warming up here on the side. Emmy Harper. Back to the top of the lineup, number 2, Cavill. Jamison Cavill for the Lady Wolves. Good pitch on that inside corner. You got to think that the Wolves head coach Coach Dixon, is going to try to put some pressure on our defense, being down 4 runs, by maybe being a little more aggressive on the base path. Ball is going to be hit to center field. That it is stalked down by Sweat, got in. And they have a little something going here. I said earlier, I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch. I know our Lady Raiders have played well these last couple innings and done well. But again, these Lady Wolves are not going to back down. Number 3, Riley Henning, comes to the plate. That ball is foul. Little shout out to one of my fella I know that is very faithful to watching us online, Mr. Ray Taylor. Just shot me a text, said, Brent, I got to leave you now. Got to go to work. Please pull these ladies through. I'm going to do my best, Ray. And he'll be watching it on demand later. Ball is hit to our third base, and she's going to turn around and get the force out at third, and a very, very close play at first, nearly doubling them up with 1 out. Getting that lead runner is huge, especially that number 1, Cassie Henning, the current pitcher for the Wolves, comes to the plate in 3 slot. Again, big outs here. And this ball is going to be chopped to the third base. Another foul ball off of the player. Dead ball. Maybe that won't come back to haunt us. Four-run lead. We need 5 more outs to advance in the winner's bracket. Once again, at 7:45 this evening. Won't have to deal with the sunshine, and I bet we'll have to wear a jacket, Solomon. Runners will advance on somewhat of a pass ball. It just gets just below the catcher. Coach Tyre might be asking for potential or possible interference. Usually we see Coach Tyre on the field even earlier than this just to make his presence known, which I can appreciate, just to let the umpire know that he's there. Nothing disrespectful, obviously, at any point in time, but just letting him know he's there. All right, runners at second and third, 1 out here. Henning to the plate. This ball is going to be hit back up the middle. Going to be fired to first base for the second out of the inning. Lady Raiders will give up 1 run for that out, a huge out. And are now at 2 outs. We lead 8-5. Ball is going to be chopped to the shortstop. Should be the 3rd out of the inning as she fires over. Lady Raiders only give up 1 run here in the top of the 6th inning. We get at least this 1 more at bat, but more importantly, we're down to 3 outs, and we advance to Game 2 this evening at 7:45. Raider Nation, what a game. We're going to take a short break. We're going to honor our sponsors once again, and we'll be back in just a moment from Columbus, Georgia. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live here in Columbus, Georgia. South Common Softball Complex as the Lady Raiders lead the Wesleyan Wolves 8-5 as the Wolves scratch back 1 run in the top of the 6th inning. We got Harper at the plate, who was 2 for 3. Love to score a couple more insurance runs here, but more importantly, we are 3 outs away, ladies and gentlemen, for taking Game 1 here on Field 1. Ball high there to Harper. With Paxton on deck. Want to do a quick shout out here to Austin Sweat over at Georgia Southern University, who is watching this base hit by Emmy Harper, sitting next to his mom. Thank him for tuning in and supporting his sister and Raider Nation. Former student, Bacon County High School, baseball player. Once again, as in the last 3 innings, the Lady Raiders get their first batter on. Paxton Sellers, who started this game pitching, still in the game playing first base. Chance to help stretch this lead with no outs. Ball is going to be bunted foul. Two count now on Paxton. Runner at first, no outs. Ball is ripped. Base. Ooh, what a play by the shortstop. Bounce hop out. Great play by the Wolves. By Paxton. It's going to be go down as a sacrifice as it moves the runner from first to second with now 1 out. Camera guys are struggling in the outfield as that sun gets lower. Kind of hard to see the screen. Hopefully the video job is okay. Ball is ripped to the shortstop. What a play she made again. That's 2 in a row for the second out. As Sweat line drives there, and she's hit the ball hard each at bat. Abby Lewis comes to the plate again. It seems like we have batted around about 5 or 6 times this game. Searching for some updates on the other games. I know I've just been told that Vidalia has beaten Social Circle to advance in the winner's bracket. The South may rise again. Let's see if our Lady Raiders can hold on here. And the last week it was 3-3 tie with Jeff Davis and Gordon Lee, the #1 team in the state. This ball is going to be popped up. Great play again. It's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. Nonetheless, Lady Raiders still lead 8-5, 3 outs away from advancing in the winner's bracket. Congratulations to Vidalia for advancing against Social Circle. Jeff Davis, the last update, was tied. And once again, we lead Wesleyan 8-5 as we move to the top half of the 7th inning. We're going to take another short break and be back and hopefully wrap this thing up. All right, Raider Nation, Raider family, as Coach Ken Kofer has coined. We had some shirts made up about 2 months ago to support our Raiders football team, but I think it applies throughout our school, our community, not just athletics. This ball is going to be hit. Should be a first out of the inning, and it is quickly. 2 outs away from putting this game away. First time Bacon County will have gotten a victory here in Columbus out of about 3 trips. I don't have my history in front of me. But anytime, folks, anytime that you win the first game of a double elimination tournament, you're in good shape. All right, we got a designated hitter, number 20. Yep. Or she's going to be hitting here. Number 20, this is Megan Gallagher. Megan Gallagher. Abby Lewis still on the mound, 1 out, top of the 7th inning. Squares the bunt, but pulls back for taking a strike. And she is batting for Julia Childers. Solomon doesn't want to be audibleized, but he does a good job keeping me straight. Strike 3. The Lady Raiders are possibly about to do what a lot of people didn't think could be done, come up here the first game, knock off 1 or 2 team in the state in the first game. But I've been saying it and saying it and saying it. We have a really good softball team, and they've shown it today, going down 3-0, 4-1, coming back 5-4, then stretching it to 7-4, then 8-4, and now 8-5 with 2 outs, top of the 7th inning. That was a good pitch, and he calls it a strike. I believe we have a 2-1 count here. Need to go after this hitter. Let the defense do the work. A lot of pressure on this young lady at the bat. Two count. Ring her up. Oh, he would not do it. 3-2 count. What a pitch. There's a base hit in the left field. After a pitch on that outside corner that could have went either way, and it did not go our way. So Morales gets on base. Number 19, Beddard, comes to the plate. Alyssa. They're not going away, as I predicted, easily. We just need to stay focused, play solid defense here with a 3-run lead with 2 outs. It's like Coach is going to go out. Coach McClellan going to have a quick conversation with Lewis. We're going to take a short break during this short timeout. Be back in just a second. All right, Abby Lewis settles down here. 1 on, 2 outs. Lady Raiders lead. The ball gets away from our catcher. Advances to second. Really no harm, no foul. That 1 run is not going to hurt us. With 2 outs, we got to find a way to get 1 more out. We just heard that Jeff Davis and Gordon Lee are still tied 3-3 as they go into the 8th inning. Vidalia has already advanced against Social Circle. Great pitch by Abby. And that's the only thing that needs to be her concern right now is this batter. Number 19, Alyssa Beddard. What a great pitch. That's the call we wanted earlier for the ringer-upper. 1 more pitch like that, and this game will be over with a 2-2 count. This ball is going to be hit to the off the glove of the shortstop, and they're going to send her home with a catcher catch, and she is out at the plate. The Red Raiders have won game 1 on field 1. What a game, folks. Whew. I tell you what, this is it is unbelievable, but it is believable, folks. I've been talking about it for weeks that we are capable of coming up here and beating some good teams, some teams that have been around for years and years and years, and this is one of them. This is amazing. I see these ladies. It's almost like a relief. It is. As you watch them walk across here and handshake, high five this other team, they'll probably start showing a little bit more of excitement now with one another, and they should. Because, folks, we're going to be playing in game – actually, let me look at the schedule. It's actually going to be called game number 5 at field number 1 right here. One of the pluses for this, we can leave all our wiring right here. We don't have to pack up and move out for somewhere else. But wow, I'm going to take a short break, catch my breath, and be back here in just a moment, and we'll finalize this, and we'll be back. All right, Raider Nation, Raider family, we are back here. This game is over. It's in the books. The Lady Raiders have gotten their first win ever in Columbus. And we are so proud to have been here broadcasting live and have this game, more importantly, on record for these young ladies, as this is something they'll remember for quite some time, irregardless of what happens the remainder of this tournament. But, folks, we're going to win some ball games up here. And we're going to have some fun doing it. And I hope you continue to join us live or watch this game on demand. Obviously, if you did the pay-per, you can do that as soon as I upload this game, which I will try to do here shortly. I want to thank everyone for joining us. I want to especially thank our sponsors one more time. Audibly, that's Coley Electric, Cohen's of Alma, State Farm, Center Stage Dance, Subway, FNB South, Merle Norman, H&H Equipment, Alma Exchange Bank, and Mr. Andy Cothran Auto Sales for helping be a part of this, bringing this broadcast to you live from Columbus, Georgia, from the South Commons. All right, I'm going to give you a little breakdown here real quick if you're still listening. There will be another live event set up here shortly for 7:45. We'll be on air at 7:30, going live from this same field. So check back at our website for that. Those of you that purchased the day pass, this game you'll be able to watch it tonight, no problem. We will have at 7:45. It'll be on air at 7:30 for tonight's game. We are awaiting. We don't know exactly who we'll be facing just yet, but when I post the game, it'll say who we play, either Swainsboro or Heard County. So join us again as the Lady Raiders will play 2 games today instead of 1. So we thank you for your support. We thank everyone for being a part of this. And on behalf of the Lady Raiders, on behalf of my crew here, I'm Brent Johnson with Solomon Tillman, Austin Hester, and Carter Lee. Go Raiders.